you were to ask me who would be the most overlooked character in Sonic the Fighters, it could really be anybody. As in, basically anybody could be the most overlooked, because there's still hundreds of things in this game that many people still haven't discovered yet. It can't be the top tiers, like Sonic and Knuckles, because, they have a bunch of information about them available out there, so they can't be the most overlooked, and a bunch of people main them. It can't be any of the other characters because they have a lot of information about them, and most of the other stuff about them are readily available to the internet now. So, who would be the most overlooked character? Now, at first sight, you might believe it would be Metal Sonic, and that is kind of true. He is still very controversial within the Sonic the Fighters community due to the fact that he's banned from the majority of tournaments that are run in this game. So, who would be the most overlooked character in this game? Well, I believe the answer that everyone's looking for is Mech Eggman. Now, Mech Eggman is a, rateably kind of obscure character. He is the final boss of Sonic the Fighters arcade mode, who you fight in under 15 seconds. And for a character that's only available for like 15 seconds out of your run, he has a surprisingly detailed moveset about him. So today, I thought I'd look over him and see why he's the most overlooked and if he deserves it or not. First off, I'm going to go through the basics of his moveset before we get into any further details about him. By pressing punch 3 times, you're able to do his combo swing arm, but doing the first 2 is really good. The reason why is because of the fact is that his tick pressure game is really good and is like the best in the game. So you can just easily keep on tick pressuring over and over again until you can get a punish out of it. His drill claw is really fast and does a lot of damage in the corner. Let's just say if your opponent's in the corner, they're basically fucked if they get hit by this move. If they do it like 2 times, you're basically dead. However, he does share a few moves, such as a bonk kick, which is just a normal kick, uppercut with Knuckles, triple bomb toss, wheel punch, which is literally just lariat, snapback kick, and strike, which is his grab. Now, all of these moves are really good with him. He has a bunch of good tick pressure, a lot of really good moves, and, besides the fact that he's really large, he can basically be hit by anything. What's the big deal with this character? Let's just say some matchups get a little There's also a few issues with him. For one, due to the fact that he's really fucking large, he can be infinitely stuck in a loop if Amy just spams heads up over and over again, also known as So the main job to do as Eggman when you're stuck in that loop is go to your fridge, grab a drink, grab a snack, and get cozy and wait for the next round to start. Because what other use do you have? You can't escape from it. Bean can just keep on pressing the A button because all other characters, or the majority of them, can crouch under Bean's jab, which is really good because that means you're able to get a counterattack from it. As for Mech Eggman though, he's not so lucky. He has pretty much of a hard time trying to escape Bean's jab, so meaning all a Bean player has to do is And for Fang matchups, all he has to do is spam the punch button while in hyper, and Eggman can't really do anything. Meaning for, your good rival Fang, that means he can do the one thing that he absolutely fucking hates doing, something called approaching. Now, can Eggman, escape some of these? Well, as I mentioned before, these are like some of his worst matchups, Amy being one of his worst, because all an Amy player has to do is the same fucking input over and over again, because the majority of them got no, but that's just vanilla. Let's see what Sonic the Fighters Community Edition shows off. First off, they fixed Mech Eggman's hitboxes. Not by much. Sure, they did make the back sphere on his hitbox, a lot less atrocious. It still doesn't fix the main issue, the fact that, he can just be hit by.
I hate fucking fighting Mech Eggman because they don't know how to fucking fight him. If it's not infiniting him to death, they don't know how to fucking fight him.
And all they did was edit the hitbox while not worrying about any other matchups that may happen. Sure, Bark can grab Eggman easier now, but what's the real reward here? If it's the exact same fucking matchup, nothing happens. Some things you were able to dodge before, you can't dodge anymore. While I don't have any specific examples, just take my word for it. They made some moves slower, but also stronger, like his jab and drill claw, which is really good. Another thing they also did was give Mech Eggman victory screens. Originally, if you want to match as Mech Eggman, he originally would just stand there, menacingly. However, he has two unique victory animations. One where he laughs like in the original intro, and the second one is when he does one of the animations during his entrance in the arcade mode. Now you may be wondering, why is this here? Well, simple answer. It's because of me.
You're too late, Sonic! I am now forklift certified! Oh my god!
And no, I'm not joking either. Basically, when 1.7.0 came out, there was a bug where Lariat was replaced by this animation. So, me being me, decided to spam the living shit out of it when somebody died when I was in a match playing as him. And I thought it was funny, so I messaged one of the developers saying, "Hey, I really like the fact that you did this by complete accident. Maybe you can put it in as some sort of nod." And they did. But it is really rare though, so yeah, good luck finding it. I can now assert my dominance as Eggman on the battlefield now. This makes him a overpowered god in this game. So, what makes him in this game? He's still a mid-tier at best. While a lot of people treat him as a top tier, he's not like that at all. The only reason why he was good in vanilla was that his tick pressure was good, and that one move was insanely good in the corner. Now that they've basically fixed those two things, he's basically the same spot as like he was before, but just a little bit worse. And is that a bad thing? No. At least people can actually play as him in tournament. And well, yeah. He was given some new stuff though. They replaced his useless shove move with a new dash punch and dash kick. Now these main seem useless on paper, well, and the one on the ladder, yes, is. However, punch can be used as a combo starter into drill claw. He was also given the ability to use bonk kick out of sidestep, which he originally couldn't for some reason. And I believe Bark couldn't do that as well, but hey, don't take my word for it. As for what CE did, I believe they did Eggman correct besides the hitbox issue I mentioned earlier. So, I really hope they do manage to fix up Eggman a bit, and, well, manage to get that matchup thing sorted out. And I really wish a lot of people play as Eggman, as he's one of the most overlooked characters in the entire game. Sure, he may be really awkward and wonky to control, but that's a part of his character. You can't just take away something like that away from him. Oh wait, but I do think Eggman is in a much better spot than he was before, and I really hope a whole bunch of new people in the community pick up Eggman and show how he really is. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon.